Okay, this is where we plan and measure your project, and because it's the most important detailed part of the uh, process here, I just want to take a moment and sort of walk you through this a little bit. First thing you want to do is you want to watch this video. It's really a time saver. But if you look at your project from a helicopter view or a plan view, the first thing we want to do is we want to determine how many sides are exposed. Like if you had a garage, you'd have just a single exposure across the front. You might have a two-sided exposure where it turns a corner once, a three-sided exposure where it turns a corner twice, or some freestanding structure where it could be either an octagon or a pergola that's a rectangle or a hexagon or something else. So let's take a look at this most common three-sided exposure here. I click on that, and what I want to do is quickly I want to switch to this shed roof diagram. This first diagram that you see here is for a flat roof. Well, why go through the trouble of making an example when it's the easiest thing in the world? Let's try something a little more challenging. Now, a shed roof is where you have a sloped roof, where so the water can run off. Not all, most roof lines are actually flat, but they can be sloped. So it would be taller right here at the house, and it would slope down, and then it would be level across here and come back up. Now, if we were standing in the middle of this exposure and we were looking out towards the yard, this is kind of what we would see. It's taller here at the house. We go out, turn the corner right here. Here we are here. And we go flat for a while. We're going across here. And then we slope back up again. So the next thing we want to do is we want to get the geometry of the entire exposure. What is the width of all three sides? What's the height at all four corners? So over here against the house, it's 102 inches tall, 96 inches out at the front, stays flat there, and then comes back to 104. The sides may not necessarily be symmetrical. This is 7 feet 5 inches, and this is 10 feet 1 inch. Incidentally, we always, just for lack of, to try to avoid confusion, we always put the height in inches, and we always do the width in feet inches, represented like this. So this would be 7 feet 5 inches, 21 feet 1 inch. So once we have the exposure of the entire project laid out in sort of this timeline here, we just start left to right and start laying down panels. So we basically start a panel here at the house. We go till we want it to stop right here. Stop a panel, start a new panel. This panel could actually turn the corner, but it's up to you. You can configure this any number of ways. They wanted a doorway in the middle, so for a doorway we need to stop a panel, start a new panel. For whatever reason, they want it to end at this corner here, so they want to stop a panel, start a new panel. Now, this is very, very important here, but we need a width adjustment. Your curtains need to be a little bit wider than your actual exposure for a couple reasons. One, we need some protective overlap. Remember, we're going to seal the sides with marine snaps, so we need a little bit to overlap so we can seal the sides. And the magnetic doorways, they require a little overlap too. And also, there's a little bit of variance in our cutting. So we need to make sure that we've adjusted the width so that we shoot for a relaxed fit. We don't want this thing drummed tight, and we don't want it sloppy loose either. We want what we refer to as a relaxed fit. Once you get the dimensions of your panels, you can go right to the store page, and you can get to the store page here. You can get to the store page here, and you can get to the store page over here. If your curtain panels are rectangular, you can order directly online. In fact, probably 65% of people order directly online without ever talking to us. If you've got some non-rectangular shape, either notches or slopes or something like that, you'll have to call in the order. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask you to email us a digital photo of your project. So you email us a digital photo of your project, and what we'll do is we'll call you up. We have a special little software program where we can pull your photos up onto our website and we can sketch on them right in front of you. It's kind of a neat little program. It's like we're sitting in the same room even though we might be thousands of miles apart. And we'll walk you right through the project, show you exactly how to do everything. But this is Learn and Plan. And you'll see in Learn and Plan that we've also got some examples. Again, these aren't the easy examples. We do the tricky ones. No point in showing you something that's ABC. We want to show you something that's a little more challenging. We've got these three examples on this page that have to do with three-sided exposures, and then we also have these 20 more examples here. When we get into here, when we get around to it, we'll probably make a video for each one of these and walk you through these individual projects so you can see exactly how they were done. We like you to try to work through the website as much as possible, but if you run into trouble, we're here to help you.